But first, let's meet our ever-ready and articulate commentators.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Princess B.
What's that now?
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. I'm so
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Are you ready?
This is Max Hits.
That's about that time.
Hey.
I got hit music. Yeah. All the hits.
Max Hits. Yeah.
Let's go.
All the hits.
Yeah.
Turn it up.
Most played.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're
Morning and welcome. It's Monday, another Monday morning, and
It's
thank
June
you.
16th, yeah?
Of course, it's halfway down the month,
Yeah.
almost halfway down the year. We're here to ensure that we give you a wonderful way to start the week, our wonderful way. Yeah, Monday and full. You saw my neologism there. Welcome to the show.
Now, just in case you're wondering, this is the ultimate breakfast show. This is Wake Up Nigeria. We're going to be starting your week with some news, laughter, inspiration, loads of great vibes, loads of great energy. And yeah, we have quite a show lined up for you. Speaking of a show, a band that puts on a show for us all the time.
Yes, they do. They will be here, but we have to first of all apologize for starting late. Sorry for those of you who would have tuned in early. Just a little bit of issues beyond our control. But hey, come on, we're here to ensure that we make this a wonderful, wonderful week. Chef Havila is right here this morning in the kitchen to start off your day with flavors that will make your taste buds sing on this marvelous Monday morning. We're looking forward to her.
Then we have AZ, an incredible musical energy coming from AZ today. Now, he is a dynamic Afrofusion artist and songwriter. Now, his latest single, Palava, is what he's going to be performing today.
And we already have them here. They are family.
Yeah.
They're no longer just a guest. It's the Awesome Coda Band. They're here with us this morning with some scintillating tunes to serenade you. Looking forward to them.
Then we have King Mo. Yes, that super fly person you see on your screens is a singer, songwriter, and he has a recent single titled Melanin. Gonna be finding out a lot more about that later on.
And we'll be wrapping up the show on SME, shining a spotlight on Remy Oshikonu, a real estate developer who's passionate about maximizing opportunities in the Nigerian housing sector. Looking forward to that one.
All right then, so I'm TT, that's Mike. We need to take a quick break, and then we have the news.
Definitely. It's Monday, the 16th of June, 2025. Good morning and welcome. This is the news on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mike Mesikeno. President Bola Tinubu has directed security chiefs to implement his earlier directive to bring lasting peace and security to Benue State. In a statement by the Special Advisor to the President, Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, President Tinubu renewed his order in the wake of the latest round of reprisal attacks that led to the death of many people. On the President's directive, intelligence chiefs, the police and military have arrived in the state to direct security operations and restore sanity. President Tinubu has equally charged the governor of Benue State with reconvening reconciliation meetings and dialogue among the warring parties to end the incessant bloodshed and bring lasting peace and harmonious coexistence between farmers, herders, and communities. Describing the killings and bloodletting as inhuman and anti-progress, The president called on political leaders and community leaders in conflict areas to stop fueling the crisis through unguarded utterances and statements that could further inflame tensions. Our governor of Benue State, Hyacinth Aliyah, has confirmed the killing of 59 persons at Yerewata, where suspected herdsmen who came from Nasarawa State to the border town. Addressing journalists at the government house, he says the figure is a product of physical head count by security agencies working with families of those killed, as all the security services have been at a meeting to ensure the figures are factual. Among those killed were military personnel and the civil defense personnel who fought to defend Yerewata against the attacks. Governor Aliyah also gave some credit to his Nasarawa State counterpart, who shared some intelligence on the killings, which also left one woman dead.
Quite a number of lives. When I say the official figures we have include those who are right on the ground, the GSIs, the military, and the police. Then we also try to do some head counts. So once we get from those angles, we target official report. And the official figures, all security heads, was 59 with the head counts, with enlistment of the affected families and individuals. Now that the report is in, would move very quickly to set up a 5-man panel to produce a white paper that would take up the recommendations in the report.
Stay with us, there's still more to come on the show.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m., tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on.
My forever sweet Valentine. I need to cash out. Listen. I will. Listen, I can't take your pain away, but I can make you feel better. If you stay another day, we can do this together. From sundown to sun, we go walk together. We go do forever. From sundown to sun, we go walk together. We go do my forever sweet Valentine. I need to cash out. Oh, won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I need. This love is clear to see. Oh, darling, stay with me. Oh, won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I need. This love is clear to see. Oh, darling, stay with me. Hey, I'ma tell you, my forever, my forever, Ọlọ́run so àpò lágbára Elédùmarè, I need to cash out. Oh, won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I need. This love is clear to see. So darling, stay.
Amazing. The Coda Band starting us off on the show the right way. Which other program do you have that starts your show with a live band? Like where? Where does that happen? Early in the morning? Only on Wake Up Nigeria. And something extra special about Wake Up Nigeria is our kitchen. And Chef Havila has decided to pop by to teach us a thing or two this morning.
Yes, good morning.
How's it going?
Good, thank you.
How's your weekend?
Eventful.
Okay, busy. Money-making kind of eventful, right?
Yeah.
So how many million are we talking about?
A couple, something like
Let's go. All right, so this Monday morning, Chef Avila has come to teach us something special. But let's talk about the dish itself.
Okay.
What is it called and what inspired it?
All right, so today I'll be making a savory rosemary waffles. We're going to pair it with suya crusted chicken tenders and the spicy berry thyme sauce.
Okay, so you need to break this down one by each, not one by each. Now,
So, okay.
Start with the first one is the waffles.
Yes.
rosemary
savory
waffle. So I'm a huge fan of rosemary.
Oh,
I love how I love it. I actually make rosemary tea. I love it. But then I've never had rosemary waffles before.
Yeah.
So how are you infusing that flavor with the waffles?
So we have freshly chopped rosemary.
Okay.
In our dry ingredients, we've mixed it in already.
Okay, into the flour.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So I'll say this is a Niger twist on a classic American brunch.
Okay.
Right. So instead of the sweet waffles, we're doing savory. So it's not too sweet, but we have the sauce to give us a hint of sweetness at the end.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so savory waffles, not sweetened waffles. Great. Now let's talk about the ingredients we have here.
Okay.
I'm looking at something that looks like cornflakes.
Yes, it is indeed cornflakes.
Cornflakes, normal cornflakes that you buy in the store.
Yeah, your normal cornflakes, yeah.
And then you've crushed them.
Yeah,
yes?
crushed it a bit.
Okay.
And that's for the chicken tenders.
Okay.
To give us the crunch. This is milk for our waffles. We have some melted butter here.
Okay.
We have our berries.
Fresh
fresh berries. We're gonna use that for the sauce. We got some oil for frying. We got some eggs for our waffles. So this is already mixed. The dry ingredients for the waffles.
So we have talk about that. What is in there?
Okay, so we have flour.
Okay.
So we have flour. We have the rosemary chop. We have some baking powder. We have salt.
Okay.
And we have a tiny bit of sugar.
Just a little
tiny bits.
So let's talk measurements now. Let's talk measurements.
Yeah.
Because when you say a tiny bit of sugar, are you talking a teaspoon?
Like a tablespoon. So usually you use for this measurement you use half a cup.
Okay.
So we're working with just a tablespoon.
A tablespoon of sugar? How much rosemary are we talking?
So we have about 60 grams of rosemary.
60 grams of rosemary.
Yeah.
Fresh, not dried.
Fresh.
Interesting.
Freshly
chopped.
All
right. And what else in there? Salt? There's salt in there?
Baking soda.
How much are we talking?
So salt, 1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon of salt. Baking soda, how much of it?
Baking soda, baking powder, 2 teaspoons. Okay. Baking soda, 1 teaspoon also.
All right. So why use both baking powder and baking soda? Why not just use
one?
Yeah,
to be honest, you can just stick with the baking powder.
Okay, but not just the baking soda.
You know, you can do preferably the baking powder.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so let's go over that again. We have our flour, just all-purpose flour.
Yes.
We have baking soda and baking powder, 1 teaspoon each. And then we have a tablespoon of sugar, teaspoon of salt, and what am I forgetting? The rosemary. Okay, 60 grams of
60 grams of rosemary.
Beautiful. All right, so what's the mixing process of this going to be like?
Okay.
Is it wet into dry or?
So we're going to mix the wet ingredients, that's the eggs, the milk, and the melted butter goes into the dry ingredients.
Let me get a bowl for you. Right now, let me get a bowl that you can use to mix all this.
Here we can use.
You have one already? Oh, okay. I was gonna bring one out of here. I'm already here, so I was gonna bring.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me rinse it out. Let me just rinse it out because I really want to see this mix happen.
Okay.
Woo! All right. All right. Yeah, there you go.
Thank
you. All right,
you
so that
very
everyone
much.
can see how you're mixing this. Now, while we're preparing for that mix, let's talk a little bit about the chicken breast you have here. You've done some marinating here already.
Yes.
What's happened here?
Okay, so we have, so this was, the chicken breast was marinated with suya spice.
Ooh, lovely.
Yes.
Okay.
And some dry rub as well. And then we put it in some buttermilk.
Oh, so
for a couple
buttermilk.
Of hours,
The process of buttermilk, you tell us that one later.
Definitely, definitely.
All right. So let's go on with this mixing process.
All right.
I can see another floury substance here we didn't mention.
Yeah. So this is flour and suya spice for dredging the chicken. Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
We're gonna use that and the cornflakes as well.
All right. So let's start the process.
All right. So this has already been measured.
Okay.
All right.
Straight in there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and then you come in with your
whisk.
whisk.
Make a hole
in the center. Okay, let's push this forward as much as we can. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So we're gonna do a cup of milk.
1 cup of milk.
Yes. Let's
Great.
add some more.
You want to add a bit more? Okay.
Yes.
I will do that for you. Don't worry, I got you.
Thank you.
All right. So this milk is cool, fresh milk.
Yes, it is.
Here you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
And it has to be precise measurements, right?
Yes. So this is just 1 cup.
Go ahead. It's all yours.
Thank you.
All right, so 1 cup of milk in. So
we're
let's
gonna-
talk eggs now. All right, go ahead with your eggs. How many eggs? 3?
So we'll be using 2.
2? Okay.
Yes.
All right, 2 fresh eggs straight in.
Yep.
Into the mixing bowl. Gotcha.
Yeah. So
okay. There you go.
Mix that in.
All right, so what sort of consistency am I looking for right now?
So we don't want it too runny, right? And at the same time, we don't want it too thick. So we just want out. So when I mix this, I'll show you. Once it just drops like this, we don't want it stiff.
Seriously?
Yeah. So we just want it.
All I need to do is just make sure it's still runny to a certain extent,
but not dropping
but
like
not
real fast.
Not dropping.
Yeah.
Not
too runny.
Not too watery. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then I think I can see the rosemary popping out now.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna.
I can also smell a bit of the rosemary coming out of the flour there as well. But this still needs to be mixed for a little while, right?
So we're not gonna overmix it.
Okay.
Just for a bit, then we're going to add this
butter.
Yes.
So how many cups or spoons of butter are we talking?
We're gonna do half.
You're looking for something?
Okay, yeah, we got
okay,
it.
you got it. Half a cup of butter. All
so
right.
This is melted
butter.
Butter.
All right. So in with the melted butter, and then continue to mix. We have to take another quick break now. Wake Up Nigeria continues. Chef Havila has something special to show us you do not want to miss. We'll be back after this.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Entertainment to me means fun and knowledge. Being a singer, when you sing a song or a theater art or a visual art, you are actually telling a story. You can do a drama that inspired people and tell them a story and give them some kind of inspiration and knowledge. Yeah, to me basically, entertainment means fun and knowledge.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's
I
all we
leave
can
Nigeria,
take.
but I choose to stay.
Close the show, G Fadala.
Ladies and gentlemen, #1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm.
What's up and about begins now.
Absolutely.
Guess who it is? It's Mary.
Don't do this to me.
What? It's a
It
Monday.
makes me feel like
And it's an even more marvelous Monday when Mary is here.
Because you welcome, I said, don't do what to you.
What?
Okay.
It's like I'm being made to feel like
she's always late. She has finally come.
No, you make an entrance.
But
I told you this before. You make an entrance. She's not. She appears.
Thank you, honey. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Take Jerry. Don't mind that boy.
Oh wow.
We don't want
Anyways,
to call him
a
old
few
man.
things I wanted to mention, yeah.
I'm so sorry. Chef Avila is hard at work, and we're still going to be having this conversation with you.
Yeah, definitely.
So just keep going with your cooking.
Oh, okay.
How's it going over there, though?
Oh, good. So we're about to make the waffles now.
Okay.
Yes, I'm just heating that up and
the waffle
going to add the waffle maker. Yes, heating it up. So we're going to add some butter.
Okay.
So it doesn't stick. So the butter doesn't stick, and then we'll get set with the chicken.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
interesting.
Yeah, that's chicken.
You know, something that's been trending for the past week or so, maybe some days, yeah, that I wanted to mention and talk about was there's one very, very heated surrogacy discussion on social media, and it was so heated.
Okay.
And so there was just so much animosity with the way people were responding to, I think that's Ife Dayo Agoro, that's she's married now.
Yeah.
Ife Dangle lifestyle. And
Diary of a Niger girl we're talking about.
And she was talking about how, you know, she had made a decision to use surrogacy. I think she's over 40 now, yeah. And before now, she had also made mention of how she was trying to save her eggs. You know, she was getting injections and all of that.
Yeah.
And I think, and then from the responses and everything, more or less like people were very angry, you know, and then there was now that discussion about surrogacy and the moral inclination. Should it, if you have the money, should you do it when you can give birth naturally? Is it meant for are people like that doing it when they have the options and making it more expensive? It went on and on and on, and it got very personal, far more than I thought it should be.
Okay.
You know, and then the whole point was the audacity. Is it because you have the money, and then money started coming in and all of that? This is my thoughts. Yeah, when it comes to the issues of childbirth, personally, there are many people that a lot of things have touched. When I mean, there are many reasons why people might not want to go through it. Very many. And to me personally, I want to, a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, all in a bid of, in quotes, Hebrew women and some other things, she lost her life. The baby survived. You understand? But she was over 40. Late 30s into 40s and all that. It was a high-risk pregnancy. And she lost her life. You know, and I miss my friend. You know.
So
after she, the baby survived. If she had options, and had taken those options, that might not have happened. She'd probably still be here. The concept of a first discourse was options, my options, and I can make my choices if I have the money for this particular reason. If something had happened, she decided to want to conceive herself, and then something happened.
Yeah. So there's so many different angles to this. I know that Mary is probably going to be the best person to wrap up the conversation.
Seriously, though.
Yeah, because now a lot of people don't understand the health challenges that come with pregnancy. And I'm just so pleased that many people don't understand. That means that they don't know someone person that went through challenges. And may you never have someone in your space that goes through those kind of challenges by the special grace of God. Because once you do, you probably never want to embark on that journey again. What women go through, especially when they get into a certain age, the process of saving the eggs is a painful process.
Very painful.
It's injections, it's hormones, it's an emotional battle.
For all the guys
and
that
then,
were talking, I think this is one the guys should sit out.
Yes.
This one.
Because
I should listen
physically speaking, if a woman feels she's not ready to go through that process, to be honest, I don't think anyone should force them to. If she has made that choice to use a surrogate, it's because she values her life. She values her probably even her career. She also values the life of her eggs, because it's high risk for her to use her own eggs, but it's lower risk for her to give her eggs to someone else to carry for her. That child has a better chance of survival if she does that.
Wow.
And she probably has a certain number, I'm just assuming, that a number of times she can even try the process. So why go through the process personally, wasting eggs if, for instance, it doesn't work, and money, when you feel that it might be safer or a more foolproof option to use a surrogate? There's a lot more information about surrogacy online now, and ignorance is no longer an excuse.
Unfortunately, it's ignorance that is fueling the city. See, the thing is this, I can understand on one hand the outrage.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that attended when people were saying, oh, I'd rather have elective cesarean section. I recall when that started, people were like, what nonsense.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go through labor.
Yeah.
Somebody who knows she's weak, somebody who knows she doesn't have the stress. Many people don't even realize that it is more painful to choose CS because the healing process is after childbirth.
It's not before.
With pregnancy, with vaginal delivery, at the moment the baby comes out, it is more or less okay. Yeah. But you see with CS, your problems have just started the moment the baby comes, because you have to go through the healing process and everything. There's actually a lot involved in it.
Yeah.
Now, people are not looking at the attendant problems in this decision. In the sense that, one, as a woman, yes, you would like to feel the baby within you, have that experience, but she's choosing that I would rather have a healthy child.
Yes.
And so let somebody else do it for me. The older you are, the more problems, the more likelihood of child fatality, the more likelihood, even as you mentioned, of maternal mortality. But guess what? The people who don't own your body, who don't know your story, who do not even have any business in your private life, will sit down and say, you are the one that brought it online. Let us dissect it for you.
And it's actually sad.
Because what are your thoughts here? Let's just have your thoughts on this. You saw the discussion, right? You did,
okay.
What are your
Yes,
thoughts?
I did. So, rightfully said, your body, your choice.
Yeah.
You can choose to go through with it. And like you said, if you have the means to, and you need to seek options, why not?
Yeah.
Because pregnancy, childbirth, postpartum, it's no joke.
Yeah, it's no joke.
It's no joke.
Oh, gosh.
I actually am of the opinion that it's nobody's business. It is your business. You need to make that choice within yourself. If you have the means, do not feel judged. Do not feel obligated to fulfill somebody else's expectations of you as a parent.
I say, I can understand the outrage. There are actually so many reasons people are upset about it. There's also the fact that, oh, the woman is going to carry it, is going to leave certain remnants of herself in the child.
That is actually scientifically almost impossible.
Yes. However,
scientifically almost impossible.
See, that's what I'm saying
because it's
about
her
the outrage
egg and
the
his.
ignorance that also
It's
affects
ignorance.
You know what happens
But
here?
then,
We have to
let's
go.
just, okay.
She's
We have
literally
to
just
go.
an oven.
We have to go. But we cannot go without giving a big shout out to fathers.
Yes.
Happy
of
Father's
course.
Day.
Happy
I
Father's
know
Day.
that Olamide and the guys of the Black Table will
Yeah.
definitely have more of this on Friday. So please, Friday, 11 p.m., tune into the Black Table.
Why is Mike sounding like he's going to be on the show this week?
Father's
Father's Day.
Yeah, since we
Yes,
could not
indeed.
expatiate so much on it, but I know they'll have something we talk on Father's Day, and our mental health, man. It's June, men's mental health awareness month.
Yeah.
So we need hugs, we need chicken, and
You need
we
a
need all
hug,
of that.
Mike. You need a hug.
We'll see you after this.
Just look at that. You asked for a hug.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I find that the things that entertain me are the things that build my mind. I am seduced by success. I like fast cars and great houses and achievements. But more importantly, I like what success can achieve in the life of people. So I find that entertainment for me these days is anything that empowers and enlightens me and also entertains me in the process. So any hub or any platform that allows me to empower my mind and also entertain me in part are those things that lift me up and challenge me to be a better person.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym though, you're getting fat.
Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person you see us? What is his name?
That woman.
Damn!
Yeah,
Today we'll go here.
Hey!
Let's catch up.
And so we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good. Entertainment with pure entertainment. Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Well, now that was the first time in a FIFA-organized tournament where the video assistant referee or the referee had to explain his decision after consulting with the video assistant referee. Good morning and welcome. This is a beautiful game. My name is Mike Mesikeno, and of course it's all about champions of Europe, PSG up against Atletico Madrid. It was a 4-0 win for PSG. Something quite interesting. In the group phase of the Champions League, PSG actually went up against Atletico Madrid. And in spite of their dominance in that particular game, Atletico Madrid came out 1-0 winners. It was a very late goal. And so we're expecting some form of competition, but my, oh my, that did not happen. It was not competition. Let's take a look at the lineups and, of course, the player ratings at the end of the game. And it was a decimation. As a team, a 7.3 for PSG, who were absolutely amazing. Came up with their first squad. Dembele was the only person who started the finals that was not here. But look at Kvaratskhelia, man of the match, 8.4. Now, that was quite the man. There's a lot of stick that Ramos has gotten as a striker. He has not had to play for so much because Dembele has been the one that comes in. But he gave a good account of himself, even though he was substituted a little bit later. But what can you say about this 19-year-old? Yeah, he was the man of the match for the Champions League final. Doe. I mentioned to somebody that as a game, football's peak age has reduced. I mean, look at 17-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds tearing the game up. That is what it has been all about when it comes to footballers in this time. And Doe gave a good account of himself. Now, what can you say about this midfield, this trio, right? I have said it at some particular point. Vitinha has a shout for Ballon d'Or. You might want to, I have a video somewhere on my social media account on YouTube where we might talk very much about Vitinha. Vitinha was the man of the match for this one. He scored the second goal, but this guy is the exquisite midfielder. When I think about people like Vitinha, I think about people like Pedri and how much they bring to the game and how much people don't recognize their excellence when it comes to the pitch of play. I love that Rodri is the reigning Ballon d'Or, but it just goes to show that defenders and midfielders are given their flowers, as it were. Wonderful performance from all three, but Hakimi, he should have been taken out early in the game. This guy is something else. Big shout out for, he has a big shout for the CAF Player of the Year. and he's going in for it himself. And Salah, the Nigerians are not here in this one. That's talking about Victor Boniface and Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen has had a wonderful season with Galatasaray. But when you look at the level of competition in the Turkish league, and then you talk about this team, a quadruple so far, and if they are real contenders for the Club World Cup, for me, PSG #1 favorites for the Club World Cup, and if they do, that'll be a quintuple. That's the word for it. Marquinhos, Pacho, Mendes, great guy. Best, he should have gone out somewhere. That one should have been a yellow card, at the least, and maybe probably a red card. But then even though they came up with their whole team, looking at Atletico Madrid with Alvarez, Griezmann, Barrios, Lino, Galan, Oblak, of course. Dude, this guy at one particular point is one of the best keepers in the world. Yeah, great guy. But then he was reduced to probably a spectator as it stands because of the brilliance from PSG. But this man should not be playing in 2025. Clement Longley, what are you doing? Look at the foul, the first yellow card, and then picking up. Longley should not be playing in 2025. This guy lacks the quality to be a top-tier defender. So that's for me. Longley should be out of there. Lenormand, of course, terrible performance from that team. But, well, what can be said about all of this when we talk about this particular team? Well, let's take a look at the stats, and this was where I would say that there was nothing. I mean, come on, man. 2.02 up onto 0.09, 74%, 26. Total shots, it was just basically obliteration. But just before that, something I want to mention, the 10-0 that you saw yesterday, Bayern Munich spelled Auckland FC full, right? They spelled it Auckland FC. I'm not going to show you that highlight because what's the point? What is the point? It was 10 goals. And then people are talking about how Auckland FC should be ashamed, yeah? We'll talk a little about that. Let me show you a little bit of Botafogo. Botafogo were up against Seattle Sounders. It was a 2-0 win for Botafogo. Let's take a little bit of that highlights. I'll talk a little bit of the Bayern game. But of course, Botafogo were there representing South America, and they were up against Seattle Sounders, who of course are representing Oceania, Australia, and that Football Confederation and all of that. There was the earlier Inter Miami. All right, well, like I mentioned, I wanted to focus on this match and let you know why it is not actually a disappointment, Auckland FC. Now, before this match started, I don't know what anybody expected. Now, I'm in a group with my friends, and I spoke to them, and I said, the minimum, in fact, we're saying that the minimum, Bayern should spell Auckland. That should be 8. We predicted this, yes. And then when the match started, I was like, the first goal came in too late. He should have been coming early. They went up 10, Auckland FC. And this is the reason why, there's that talk about if you're an Auckland FC player, what do you tell your kid when you went home that you considered 10 goals? Most of these guys are 9-to-5 workers. Like, they basically have jobs. They are not professional footballers. Professional footballers are people who earn from football. Some of them don't earn fully from football. As a club, the team net worth is $1.2 million. Now, these guys, some of them even had to pay their flight to the US to participate in this. So, there is no shame in going up against one of the best clubs in the world. These guys are not professionals. Now, due to the concept of the FIFA Club World Cup, now there's that talk about Barcelona and Liverpool. Why are those teams that are better than these ones not there? It's all about the different confederations, OFC, AFC, CONCACAF, CONMEBOL, CAF, and UEFA. It's all about that. So, for me, they gave quite a good account of themselves. Now, for participating in the Club World Cup group phase, every team has $9 million. So that means that it is times 6 the team's worth that they will make. Now, due to that windfall coming in, I expected that they would not pay their way down. But some of them could not even come. There were some that could not take, the ones that came had to take leave from work to come and play in the Club World Cup. So, for that reason alone, we expected it. There was not a disgrace. They went out there, enjoyed themselves, had fun, and came back with 10-0. Well, that's the size of what we have this morning on The Beautiful Game. We'll still be talking a lot more about the Club World Cup in coming episodes. Of course, we're looking forward to when Mamelodi Sundowns will be representing Africa, will take up their stand. And of course, other teams like Real Madrid, Manchester City, who of course will be contenders for this one, would have quite a lot to talk about the Club World Cup. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. The second lap is coming right up.
you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, shine.
Wow, welcome back. It's a marvelous Monday morning right here on Wake Up Nigeria. And a huge thank you for sticking with us this Monday.
Yeah, it is a big shout out to all fathers out there.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day. Just a little bit, to share your best thoughts of maybe your husband, your father, maybe your best memories of a father that you've ever had growing up. Just one.
Memories of my father are still ongoing. We're still creating memories by the special grace of God. Yeah, so he's my farmer now. And I say my farmer because there's a lot of farming activities I like to do, and he's helping me supervise. I have chickens now. I told you now. I have a dozen hens who are laying eggs.
How big are they?
They are nice. They are succulent. They are very nice.
They don't.
Yes. Wow. Because my dad is looking after them very well. I'm hoping to expand it, but he's the one supervising that for me and guiding me and just making sure that I'm happy with that investment I've made. So yeah, thank you, Daddy. And of course, I learned how to cook from my dad as well. Yeah, my dad taught me how to cook. And I say it because he literally forced me to learn. Learn a lot of the best practices of cooking.
Now that's quite something of a dad.
Happy Father's Day, Baba Titi.
Definitely. And a big shout out to all fathers who are out there watching over the rest. And thank you, Daddy, for those words. There's just so much I can't remember, but
But you know, I have to now say Happy Father's Day to my husband, of course, Baba Beji, Daddy Twins. Thank you so much for all you do, all the sacrifices, and we're not taking it for granted. Don't worry, we got you.
Yeah.
And so
a big shout out to
Ruby owes him a massage, by the way.
All right.
She knows wonderful. She's been learning how to
do that.
Massage.
Big shout out to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day. Now, we've got a whole packed second hour for you. Just chill, sit back. There's fun, there's excitement. We have quarter band. We've had some wonderful preparations in the kitchen. It's going to be a wonderful second lap for you. My name is Mike Mesikeno.
And I'm Titilayo Oyin. So as long as you're streaming live, just know that we have quite a lot coming your way. Visit our website, tvcentertainment.tv. And of course, on GOTV channel 16, UHF channel 49, and StarTimes channel 121.
So that's it. The size of the show. Coda, the kitchen, a performance at SME. Just chill, sit back, relax. We will be back right after this very short recess.
are hard at work, rushing back and forth, making sure everything is super savory and sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
So the director said the show is going to end now.
Which end way?
So you can't serve me the food.
No,
it's okay.
we're not serving you, Mary.
It's time for breakfast.
It will not work.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know the jazz.
Don't you have talk back? This
can't work.
I'm the one supposed to be fed now.
Chef Havila
what are you
is
talking
about to show us how she puts her waffle mix into the waffle maker.
Okay.
All right. So you said something about putting some butter on the waffle maker first.
Some butter on.
Okay.
I have some there.
Okay.
Just grab that
Do you
quick.
still have some?
Yes,
Yay.
we do.
Okay. All right. Fantastic.
So just
melted, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
melted butter.
It's just gonna melt it
straight in there.
Both
so we're just
ways.
gonna use that to baste it, so it doesn't stick.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
we're gonna go in.
Yeah.
With our batter.
So on an average, how much batter goes into the waffle maker?
So this is half cup.
Half a cup.
Yeah. Half cup is good.
That's
so
all you need?
Yeah, half cup.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. I always felt like it needed to be full.
Yeah. So it
that
doesn't have to be full now. When you close it,
then
it would spread.
Out.
And you get to perfect.
But is it okay
round shape.
if you wanted to put the chicken as well?
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that. But the chicken
Interesting.
has to be pre-cooked.
Okay.
The waffle maker will not cook it. It's true.
But, so can you put the chicken now as is?
No, for this recipe, no.
Not for this
It
recipe.
will work for this
so because
recipe.
she's put cornflakes on top of the chicken. Speaking of
Yes.
the chicken, let's show everyone how to put this chicken together. So what has happened here so far to this chicken breast?
so-
Let's describe it.
All right, so we have taken the chicken from the...
Where is it? Okay, bring
Right
it up.
here.
Bring it up. The chicken.
Yes.
Keep going. Let's
This
do one.
went
Let's
into...
do one.
Okay, let's do one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the flour.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And
then the
I
flakes.
don't
the
have
cornflakes.
cornflakes.
No, don't worry. We'll just manage
Just
the
a bit of
cornflakes
it,
that we
we'll
have
just use it
left.
like that.
All right, got you. Got it.
Okay.
So we
Go
have
ahead.
some
So that's the chicken. That's the flour. You can actually put it on the hob if you want. It's fine. It's not gonna burn. Okay.
So we use this strip. It's good.
Put it in the flour first.
So the chicken strips were marinated in
Suya spice.
cinnamon spice.
Suya
Down.
spice. Suya spice.
Okay. Suya spice.
Soya spice.
Yeah,
Great.
suya spice and some spice, Rabia.
All right.
And what?
And buttermilk.
Oh, interesting.
All
Just
right.
that.
I,
just that.
I
Wow.
said we were going to discuss this buttermilk matter.
Yes.
What is buttermilk?
So buttermilk is basically butter and vinegar. It's originally gotten from the liquid from churned butter, but for a quick process, it's just vinegar and milk.
Vinegar and milk.
Yeah,
And
that
you
makes so
turn
like
it
a
together.
tablespoon or two of vinegar into milk.
Okay.
And then sit
do you
for like
leave
5-10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And that's your buttermilk.
So it doesn't have to stay for like a day or
No,
something?
it's good for
Interesting.
5-10 minutes.
All right, please go ahead with the process.
So we're just gonna
Rub
manage this.
cornflakes. Now we need to put it as flat
Close,
as
okay.
possible so that people can see what we're doing.
So we have some here.
All right.
That we have
Already done.
And that's it. So it
Fantastic.
goes straight
so
into the hot oil.
buttermilk goes into the buttermilk chicken goes into the flour first.
So please just put it down for a second. So you coated it first with the buttermilk. Obviously, it was in the buttermilk
Yeah, it was in
before.
buttermilk.
And the soya spice.
Yeah.
And then you added it to the flour.
Yeah.
And then added the cornflakes on top.
Yes. No, back in the buttermilk, then the cornflakes.
Interesting.
She dipped it
All right.
twice.
Yeah, so to
Yeah.
double coat it.
All right, fantastic. So now we deep fry. So we
Yes.
need a shot of the hot oil. Is it still on? Is the hot
Yes,
oil
it
still
is.
on?
Yeah.
It is. So that's a lot of vegetable oil for deep
Yes.
frying.
For
And
deep frying, it has to.
It has to
So
be,
it
right?
cooks through
All right.
Do you recycle your oil?
2 times and it's good.
So
times.
how do you use it again? Do you just use it the same way, or do you drain
So
out the?
yeah, you drain out the crumbs or whatever is left of it,
Okay, the
sieve
residue.
it, and then you
Okay.
get it fresher. But you shouldn't use it more than twice.
More than
All right.
twice.
Yeah.
So do you have any secret vegetable oil refreshing secrets? Do you
There
have
was
any?
something I saw somewhere where they said if you put something inside your oil, it's gonna. I can't remember what it is now,
Oh,
but I
baking
always believe
baking soda,
baking soda.
cornstarch, sorry.
Cornstarch.
Slurry.
I've heard
Cornstarch
of
slurry.
cornstarch. But then for the flavor and the smell of the oil to change back to original, apparently According to my dad, it is onions. So he used to slice onions, the heads and bottoms of onions, into the oil, and any stale smell
takes it out,
disappears.
Yes, onions work.
But you have to like almost burn the onion though,
like a bulb even goes into it.
So is the oil hot enough now?
Yes, good.
All right, please go ahead. So let's deep fry that chicken.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's giving nuggets vibes.
Yes, so. Okay. Chicken.
Chefs will make you feel like you know used to cook in your house. The tips of their fingers are touching the hot oil, you know.
Yes. All right, so we still have quite a bit of waffle here to go. But we have to make sure that this is nice and hot. We're going to go plug this back in. And then we can talk a bit about the fruits.
Yes.
Y'all? All right, then. So let's take another quick break.
Is there chocolate?
Chocolate?
Well, there's no chocolate.
Hey. Oh, Mary. Stop all this temptation now. Why are you like this?
We love chocolate.
Oh, Father. Mary. All right, then, guys. We're waiting on this chicken to nicely fry till it's golden brown. Let's take another quick break then. Should we, really?
Yes.
All right. Stay with us.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Entertainment, I believe, is expression of life. It's bring you into my world, what I love, what I feel when I dance, when I'm happy, when I'm sad. All my emotions all mixed together. I'm bringing it out to just entertain you and immerse you into my own world. Entertainment is life, entertainment is God, entertainment is love.
On our guest discussion this morning on Wake Up Nigeria, we will be welcoming Oluwabusayo Ojo, affectionately known as King Mo. He is making waves in the music industry with his infectious Afrobeat sound. His prominent hit song from his EP No Rush, Asampete, gained significant attention in 2024, being featured on major international newspaper platforms and various online and offline media. Melanin, his recent single, is a testament to his unique blend. Now, Melanin is a tribute to the beauty and strength of our culture. It's such a pleasure to have you in the studio with us. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, thank you. You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you very much. So King Moore, Oluwabusayo Ojo, how do you come about the name King Moore?
Okay, there was a name missing in the middle. Okay. I'm an African child, so I do have a middle name, Omoni.
Omoni.
Yes,
okay.
so the king came from me seeing myself as royalty.
Okay.
And Mo came from my middle name, Omoni.
Okay.
I grew up in Delta State, and it was a bit difficult for people to actually pronounce my name, Omoni. So it was easier for them to call me Moni or Mo.
Oh, wow.
So yes, that's how really the name came up. People got calling me Mo anyway. So
you were
I
just
merged
called
both.
Mo
Yes.
from childhood.
Yeah, yes, I just merged both.
Okay, so you're foreign into the music industry. What informed it? Was it by choice or by chance?
Honestly, by chance, really. Like, I love making music. Like, I love doing music. My dad was really my influence to making music, but I never thought I would really be making music professionally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what informed your decision to make music professionally?
I think I had like a situation whereby I was made to actually come out and perform, and I saw the crowd going, and I'm like, okay, I think I can do this.
Okay, what was that situation?
Okay, it actually was my NYSC. I was 7 in Nasarawa.
Okay.
And it was, can't really remember, but it was a competition or some event. And the people were actually, the students were actually saying, hey, come and sing, because I used to sing in a hostel anyway. So I came out, I actually sang in front of a crowd, and yeah, it was an experience for me.
So let's talk about your music. Who are your influences?
I mean, I do have quite a lot of influences, but in what area? Because I'm a dynamic artist, so I listen to country music, reggae. So I would really say I have a lot of influences on my music.
But which ones would you say usually help direct the kind of choice you make when it comes to sound?
Okay, I would say I love Brimo.
Brimo?
Yes, I really do love Brimo. He's an amazing artist.
Okay.
Kiss Daniels and Adekunle Gold.
Oh, yeah. Yes. So there's some type of artist, and obviously you love all three of them. Brimo, Kiss Daniel, Adekunle Gold. Yes. Okay, that's interesting. So I dare say if you were to feature any Nigerian artist, it would no-brainer be one of those three?
Of course, 100%. I mean, I'm not limiting it to them alone, but of course, they're top of my
They'll
list.
be your top three?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's talk about Asampete.
Yes.
Tell me the story behind it.
Well, Asampete is a very special song to me, and I think the base of Asampete is actually to celebrate African women. I think African women are not celebrated enough, and that is why I decided to write a song to actually celebrate African women and what they can actually bring to a home, to a man. So if you listen to the lyrics in the song, there's a place where I said, African woman, no, if you give her a house, she go give you home. So just trying to make you see what an African woman can actually do for you.
And now you have Melanin.
Yes.
Aha, so tell us about Melanin.
Okay, so now I love celebrating my African women. I love Melanin women too. So Melanin is also a song that also celebrates and appreciates women, not just melanin women alone, by the way. Not just melanin women alone, but a song that actually appreciates women in general.
Now, yesterday was Father's Day.
Yes.
Are you a dad?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yes, emphasis on not yet.
Okay, so let's talk about your dad. What was his thought when the son is sent to, what did you study in the university?
Oh, I actually studied literature.
Aha,
yes.
So the son is sent to become a literary giant.
No.
Decided to go into the music industry.
Okay, so first, my dad is late.
Oh.
So, but I'm sure if he was alive, he would love it. Because it was actually my dad who actually encouraged me to really really love music. My dad would wake up 5 a.m. in the morning. He was an engineer. So he'll wake up early in the morning before going to work, sipping his coffee and just listening to Don Williams or just listening to Bongo Zikwe. He was a big fan of Bongo Zikwe. Early in the morning is listening to him or is listening to Bob Marley. So that's why I say I really have a really great taste in music because of my dad. So my dad was a musical person.
Because it's wide.
Oh,
It
yes,
really
so
is wide.
He's definitely gonna love
Your
it.
mom?
I'm sure. My mom, no, she just wants you to be that lawyer that you want to be. Go and become a lawyer.
So she wanted you to study law?
Yes, I actually got admission to study law.
So what happened?
So I think I resumed, and then law was disaccredited in my school then. It was University of Ado-Ekiti.
Oh.
I think back in 2008 or something. So
you had to
yeah,
go
so
for
I
something else.
pivoted. That's when I went to literature, but then we were told we were going to be moved back, but yeah, it didn't happen. I still tried though, because I really wanted to be a lawyer. I can argue.
I
if
can
I
tell.
start. But yes, music came along, and yeah.
So let's talk about your plans moving forward. Let's project 5 years time. What's your plan?
Well, right now, so aside from making music, I'm also like a business analyst, and I have a business as well, and I'm into tech as well. So music for me is my passion, is what I wake up to, and just want to get in the studio and just make music. I really enjoy making music. So regardless of what happens with my music, I'm always going to be making music. So 5 years from now, I'll be making more music.
Nice. So just give us a snippet of Melanin, just the chorus. Let's hear it.
If I tell you, say I love you, I really mean, I really mean. If I tell you, say I want you, I really mean, I really mean, mommy, oh, don't my lolly, oh, don't come follow me, go to buy on my one liter, my melanin 1 liter. Come follow me, go to buy on my
Interesting. Well done. Done. So yes, that's Melanin by King Mo. Go check it out. All right, at this point, King Mo has put us in that music mode, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We'll just take a quick fact check, and then we'll bring you the Coda Band.
Falala, falala, make a de falala, falala. Blessings and blessings upon my life. See they see me for falala. Mama say make I listen to Jah, make I no reason to fall. Man I believe in too fast, make I let chill and relax. Life has been good to me. I do not take this with levity. Nothing is new to me, but lucky I'm grateful for everything. The good and the bad and the ugly, all of the joy and the suffering. And then it dawned on me, all that I say is in front of me. Iṣẹ́ Olúwa kò sẹ́ni tó yẹ bí mo ṣe ṣe mí ló bọ̀. I just stay on my grind every day. I keep my eyes looking up. As they see, I give the glory to God. As they see, I give the glory to God. Alright. Alright, listen, girl, I'm not sure if my actions don't let too much. I love you with passion. Jessica, Jennifer, from the last show. I won't see be like no more fun because you don't know, baby, my son. I said, I want some. I said, like you, I want this action. I'm more like for my cancer, but now only you where I want for my mansion. Oh, for my mansion.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author. I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Welcome to Warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of your view are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
Shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Check it out.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym to get fat.
Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
It's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
This is. That's why you're still single.
I will not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You scissors. What is his name?
That woman.
Damn!
Yeah,
today we'll go here.
Hey!
Let's catch up now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good.
Commentators.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Princess B.
What's that?
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
Welcome back. It's time for our SME segment this morning on Wake Up Nigeria. And shining a spotlight today, we're shining a spotlight on Mr. Remi Oshinkonlu. He is a real estate developer. He has practiced real estate law in New York for over a decade and later went into real estate development. Now, he's the man behind Shalom Park as a brand, and he's passionate about maximizing opportunities in the Nigerian housing sector, making home ownership affordable for more people in the country. It's great to have you here with us.
It's wonderful to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so our SME segment gives us the opportunity to learn a thing or two about different industries. You need to let us in into why you decided to take real estate so seriously, especially since you have a background in law.
Well, again, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Real estate is something that my history is that my dad died when he was really young, and he had a house where we lived. It was a multi-family house, as we call it. It was 5 flats.
Wow.
If he hadn't built that, we would have been homeless. And the income that came from that house helped us when we were growing up. So that at an early age, I was less than 2 when my dad died.
Wow.
Drew me into real estate. And then as I grew older and I did law, you know, I gravitated towards real estate law, and I found out that true wealth comes from real estate, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
The biggest investment most people will make in their
lifetime,
will be real estate. So
Interesting.
it's really important.
Yeah. So now real estate, there are quite a lot of developers. There are quite a people that are involved in it as stakeholders. But a lot of people just assume that it's when they need a place to live that they take that leap to go into real estate. But then along the line, we discovered that some people are just in it for the investment and the gains, the ROI, the return on investment, so to speak. And I'm trying to understand why that might be the better way to go or not.
Well, you know, not everybody's a business person. So real estate is a tried, tested, and safe investment space for everyone.
Okay.
So if you owned a house, I grew up in Ibadan. If you knew Oluyole Estate, for example, let's say they were selling land there for 5,000 naira back then.
Yeah.
Today, land there may be 100 million. And the people that bought then, even for their personal houses, if they needed to move from that capital city to, let's say, a rural area in their retirement, that house could be a major source of income for them. So now, if you're doing that just on a personal level, now think about scaling it up, and you own a second home.
Okay.
That second home, it could be rented out where you're getting income. It could be sold where you're getting income. It could even just be land. A lot of people bought a lot of land in the outskirts of, look at Oshogbo, for example.
Yes.
I knew the old Oyo State when I lived in Nigeria. Now we have Osun State.
Sure.
So can you imagine the difference in the price of land in Oshogbo when it was part of Oyo State and Oshogbo as the state capital of Osun State? So and on and on. You could go to any state, anywhere, and any country in the world. This is the experience that we've seen. Real estate continues to appreciate.
So there's been a lot of conversations regarding the housing deficit, especially in a space like Lagos. Now, we have heard some alarming statistics on how large the population is going to be in Lagos, let's say in 2040, 2050. But there is that conversation about the housing deficit that many don't understand. Can you know, maybe in layman's terms, explain exactly what it means?
Great. So I looked at something. Nigeria's population at independence, I think, the whole of Nigeria was like 50 million or 40 million, something like that.
Wow.
Today we're estimated at 200 million people. So to really understand this thing, just think about Nigeria as, when I was doing geography in school, they said Nigeria was 923,000 square kilometers. In 1960, 923,000 square kilometers had 50 million people. Today, 923,000 square kilometers has 200 million people. The land space hasn't changed. The number of people trying to inhabit it has changed. Lagos is estimated to have 18 to 20 million or more people.
Wow.
Now, that's more than the population of most of our neighboring countries in the West African sub-region. So, and those people are cramped into the space that is called Lagos State. And so this is why we have a housing deficit. 50 million to 200 million people, the land space is the same. So we need houses to house the people. Two major things people need in life. They need accommodation and food. Every other thing is useful, but they are not needs. They may be wants. And so this is why real estate is so crucial.
Okay. And which is why then it is a good investment to go into, because there's almost always going to be a need for real estate, property and development. So let's touch on the development side of things. As a business owner now, a lot of people don't understand the intricacies of going into such a business. Now you also have a legal background, which you could probably use to help us explain the process. I'm sitting at home right now watching. I'm thinking of going into the business of real estate or even development. What are the things I need to know?
All right, you have to decide at what level.
Okay.
I would always advise people, if you want to go into real estate, start with what you can afford.
Okay.
If you can't start at it in Ikoyi, Ikoyi is prime.
Sure.
Then start where you are. People keep always wanting to do what they cannot afford to do. So even, and I don't want to denigrate any towns by using towns, but the towns that are not in capital cities in Nigeria, if that's where you are, you can start there. I was looking at a development in Ogbomosho,
sure,
where people were building beautiful estates in Ogbomosho, and other people would say it wouldn't work. But there are people in diaspora who come from Ogbomosho that want to buy in their hometowns. There are people, so you can start the real estate game anywhere. It could be from just buying land that you can afford. And some people land banked in Ekpe, for example. Land in Ekpe was 500,000 naira. Today, it's maybe 5 million naira. So you can see that upward trajectory. So to start real estate, you must look at what can I afford. You must do due diligence. One of the bins I think I would like to talk about is what are the challenges?
Yeah.
The challenges are we have Omonile, we have Lagos, like in Lagos State, you have LABCA, we have Ministry of Lands. There's so many things. People should try and engage professionals. A lot of people just buy land, they won't retain a lawyer.
Oh, okay. So they just buy it and get a receipt, essentially.
Yes.
And they don't understand the legal. So,
Yes.
so there are a lot of fees that come with investing in property. You know, you hear legal fee, you hear all sorts of taxes and is it reports?
Yes.
Surveys, for instance, to test the soil and all that. And this takes a lot of time. And a lot of people are in quote in a hurry to make this investment, or maybe not even, they don't even have enough time to do so, or to do that due diligence before they want their returns to start coming in. What advice do you have for people who probably are a little bit impatient? Would you advise them to go for it or to hang back?
Real estate is a long game. It's not a short game. A lot of people get into real estate as short-term investments. The people that are able to make quick returns on real estate are in really mature markets, and it's a lot of money. If you buy in Eco Atlantic, for example, that's a lot of money.
Sure.
But the return may be really quick because of the accelerated investment. So what I tell people is this: you have to retain a lawyer. This is something that we try and sidetrack.
Sure.
If I give you the steps, so for example, I see a land.
Yeah.
The first thing you should do is you go to the Surveyor General's office, and they will chart the land to see whether it is subject to government acquisition or not. The next thing that you'll do is then the government, you get a surveyor, he'll do your survey, he'll go there, he'll chart the land, and they'll stamp it and say, this is not subject to government acquisition. Then you go to Ministry of Lands in Alausa and do a search. But you shouldn't really do all those things.
This is the lawyer's job.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's where the problem is.
Okay. So in other words, it's not that you can't do it yourself. It is just that it is not really the best idea to do it yourself. And probably it will take a longer process.
And you may make mistakes. If someone has a medical challenge, they could research online and find out about all this, Chef Avila could give them a little this and it may work. But wouldn't it be better to just go to a doctor who spent 7 years in medical school and has experience in trying to figure that out?
Okay.
So this is one of the problems that I see in our community. People just want you to help them on real estate instead of trying to get a professional.
So now, in terms of the housing deficit and trying to make sure there are a lot more houses for people to live in, I've been thinking about the issue of low-cost housing. And it's been said that a lot of developers try to cut corners when developing properties because of whether it's inflation or maybe even greed. You know, I can't really speak for them, but what advice do you have for potential landowners, people who want to invest in property, in avoiding some of these types of developers?
I think there's enough blame to go around. So let's tackle the low income housing. Sure. LEDB, Lagos Executive Development Board, was founded in 1928.
Wow.
And they had a master plan to set up the Surulere scheme, to set up, there was also an Ikeja, I think, Development Authority. And then in 1972, it metamorphosed into LSDPC. And they were doing these things. There's no way that a developer without government assistance can deliver low-cost housing. Okay. It's just impossible because the developer is buying at market prices. You buy the land, you pay all the government fees. In Lagos, you sand fill the land. Let me give you a little example. One plot of land, 648 square meters. It will take you about 100 tippers of sand to sand fill it in the Ebejuleki axis. One tipper is 165,000 naira today. Wow. It's going to 220 next week by the end of this month, I heard. Wow. So that means that just to fill the land you already bought, it will cost 22 million if it goes to 220. That does not include the cost of the payloader that's going to push it, and then the omoniles and all this harassment. The government has to intervene. Surulere was built by the government. So the government should partner with private sector people, provide land, provide security, streamline the process of getting legal paperwork, as their own contribution to delivering affordable houses for the people.
Okay. So at this point, I wish we could continue this conversation. We are pushing it on time, but I would love to encourage people to, you know, check you out online. Of course, Shalom is your project, and yeah, we'll definitely be looking out for that. And we have questions, but we'll be asking them online as well. But I have to say thank you so much for coming to talk to us, Mr.
It was a pleasure.
Please join us in the kitchen. Our chef has been hard at work.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we're going to take a bit of a stroll, but we're also going to take a quick break. Okay, yes, we're in the kitchen. Welcome to the kitchen.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Chef Havila, well done.
Yeah,
wow.
Thank you, thank you.
Seriously, this looks exquisite.
Thank you.
Oh, this is a marvelous way to start.
So just tell us, what's this? What did you put together?
Our week in the kitchen.
So together we have a savory rosemary waffle with crusted soya chicken tenders, topped with some spicy berry thyme sauce.
Ooh, nice.
Okay,
so the sauce
would
is
you want to try?
spicy. Please,
well,
have a
thank you.
taste.
Let me do the honors.
So
you said suya something.
Yes,
Okay.
suya crusted chicken tenders. So the chicken has some suya spice in it.
God help me.
I like the fact that I got everything.
Yes, you did.
So what do you think?
Excellent.
Is it good?
Well done.
Excellent.
Well done.
Thank
Well done.
you.
We love that.
That's the size of the show this morning. It's been a wonderful, wonderful way to begin the week. Of course, Koda will be taking us out.
Yeah.
We will see you tomorrow. Koda, are you set?
7 a.m., guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
All right.
Woo!
If I speak English, you will walk. Short on the walkings. I know what fuck you will walk. But I want to punish you. If you see my baby, you go love her more. I'ma get too fine. You'll be makeup for your baby. Oh, tomato. Oh, my love. Macho Mona Lisa, 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 Macho Mona Lisa.
Listen, baby, follow my command like some. Go down on me, jump up,